Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you. We're on to the semi-finales, or the semi-finals of the Simpsons Tapped Out Battle of the Best Events. Today we are versing Tap Ball against Homerpalooza, and then next week we're doing Secret Agents versus Destination Springfield. And it is getting hot in here. It's we're knocking out another big one, so let's get into it. Before I do start though, I just want to say I've made a small change to avoid the in my opinion point. I'm now going to just separate structure and theme. So structure's going to get 1 point, theme's going to get 1 point, and then it means that decorations are like the final straw, okay? The overall feel point, I feel like, brings a lot of negativity because it invokes my biasness, right? I picked the event that I personally enjoyed more, not what you guys enjoyed. So, for the purpose now, I think it's fair. Now we're only down to 4 events. I think it's fair to separate that away. I had some other suggestions. Someone said splash screens. I think it was Spring King who suggested doing splash screens. Someone recommended doing like mystery boxes and like returning items as well. I don't really want to judge it on what it re-added. So I'm just going to do structure, theme, and then we're going to do characters, then buildings, then if we get down to it, decorations. Okay, let's start. So starting off with Tap Ball. So structure-wise, Tap Ball was quite interesting. We got obviously your 3-act structure with different sort of sporting stuff in each act. There was no particular theme to the structures, and I know I'm leaning a little bit into theme here, but what I mean is like were the structures sort of separated out to like a subset, a sub-theme, and they weren't really, which, you know, but they kept the main theme in the thing, so that's fair. We had obviously the daily tasks where you could earn all the different decorations daily. There was new stuff to earn or tickets. You had crafting, which of course included a lot of new stuff that you could obviously craft and get that way. And then you had the team upgrades where you could upgrade all your different characters that you had, so you can level them up and earn and battle them against each other, and then you could earn some new prizes or new currency or whatever it was. And yeah, I think that's about it just for the basic stuff on the structure. So overall, I think there was a lot of great stuff in this one. Structure-wise, I think it was very solid. There was a lot of interaction. You obviously had the crafting, you had the daily tasks, you had the leveling up and battling your little people together. So overall, lots of awesome stuff in there. In terms of the structure of Homerpalooza, again, it's a 3-act structure. You had obviously the prize track, 3 acts. This one though was split up a little differently. You had the 3 different genres, which I thought was quite interesting. So you had pop, rock, and hip hop, and they were all sort of separated out like that, which was quite nice actually. I enjoy the fact they did that. You had the Weird Al prizes. I thought that was very awesome, where Weird Al came along and you could unlock some stuff there. However, I must say, as cool as it was, the Weird Al prizes were crap, right? You got an animation and some tickets. You got some tickets, you got extra cuffs, which was like the act currency, and you got an animation at the end for Weird Al. So there were 3 animations in total, but I take issue when you have to unlock an animation for a new character that you just unlocked. So I wasn't a huge fan of that. The crafting, I think, was pretty good. There was a large selection of stuff that you could craft, so I was fairly happy with that as well. Plus they added a bunch of old returning items to the crafting as well, which was cool. And then you also had the star management, where you could, again, send your characters to like perform this time, but you could level them up, and you level them up with the star system. So, and then you also have the stages, the different stages where you could send people. So overall, lots of awesome interaction in this one. I think this is tricky in terms of structure, right? Because I think, like, honestly, they're about on par. They do about the same thing, right? The only thing that's a bit different is the daily tasks that we had in Tap Ball and the Weird Owl tasks. So if I'm going to, like, separate it for everything, so let's just sort of think. So structure-wise, I find this point very tricky, but I think, like, in terms of the prize track, in terms of the way it was structured, at least, I'm gonna have to go with Homerpalooza on that one, just because I think the prizes were better. And I know this is leading slightly into the content we got, but I don't know. I think the selection was a lot better. I'm gonna give structure to Homerpalooza. The main reason why is I like the fact that they split the acts up a little bit better with the themes. I know that's leaning a little bit into theme. I like the fact that they have the Weird Owl prizes. Although the Weird Owl prizes aren't great, I still think that was a nice little added touch, and it was very different to the daily challenges. And I don't know. Overall, I think from the surface anyway, structure-wise, I think it's better in Homerpalooza. Then we have themes. So let's talk about the theme of both of them. So, starting off with Tap Ball. The theme of Tap Ball was, of course, sport. There was a lot of sport. They were quite vague with this. I sort of wish they were a bit more specific now, but at the time, I loved it. I can't deny. I loved all the sporting items we got, and I thought it was a very solid theme that allows for a lot of freedom and to add a lot of stuff into it. Moving on, Homerpalooza. Theme is music. Very simple again. However, they do split it up into rock pop and hip hop. So they split it up quite well in terms of that. I think that was a really awesome way of doing it. So I got to give them mad props for that. So in terms of the theme point, which one do I think had the better theme? Well, I'm going to give it to Tap Ball. I think theme-wise, as much as I love the music aspect of Homerpalooza, I think the sporting stuff is just a lot more sort of upbeat. Although, actually, saying that, Homerpalooza was a really upbeat update. It was a really, jazzy update. I really loved it. Tap Ball, though, I just think, in terms of theme, was a little bit above it. Only ever so slightly, like a hairline fracture above it. Like a tiny, tiny, minuscule. They are both really awesome updates with really awesome themes. And theme is very tricky to put down. So I'm going to go with Tap Ball. But if you say Homerpalooza, I understand. Let's move on to characters. Okay. Starting off, we have Tap Ball. So in Act 1, we got Referee Homer. How many points will I give Referee Homer? And if you look back, by the way, my points are different. I apologise. They're always going to be different. It's off the top of my head. Referee Homer is a solid 3 points. I think it's a good costume. Soccer Lisa, I think as well, solid 3 points. Then you have Pinball Pooh. I'm just going to give him 1. He was great, but at the time, I felt like he was a bit random, and I also felt that it was odd that we got him and not all the other pin pals, so that's the main reason why I'm not a huge fan of how they included him. It kind of feels just sort of chucked in there for the sake of it. Football Nelson, he gets a solid 2. Baseball Jasper, solid 2. Softball Burns gets a solid 3. And Boxing Dredrick Tatum just doesn't get a point, sadly, because I think it's a bit of a useless costume. I don't think it was necessary. In terms of Act 2, we have Furious D. Furious D gets a solid 3 points. I think he's a great character. Very awesome that they added him. Springy gets 2. He gets as many as he can for an NPC. Jockey Bart gets a solid 3 points. I actually like the Jockey Bart costume, although he is a little pricey. Actually, no, he's not pricey because he comes with Furious D. 100 donuts for a character and a costume. It's not too bad. Kung Fu Comic Book Guy, I'm just going to give the 1. And Tennis Marge, I'm just going to give the 1.2 as well. And then moving on, we have Act 3. We have Torador Grandpa. I think that one gets 1, 2, 3. And Ballet Ralph, I'm going to avoid giving a 0.2. So, in total, Tap Ball gets 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27. I swear that was the same as last time. Maybe it's not. Moving on, we shall go to Homerpalooza. So 27, it's got to beat it by 27. So starting off, Weird Al Yankovic. I'm going to give Weird Al a solid 4. He led the event, and I think his added sort of personal quests, and the fact he's a real life person, and the fact that I think he actually was a very, just in general, just a really awesome sort of character. I'm going to give him 4 for that. I think it's fair. Nick Delacour and Peter that one. Nick and Peter. See, I'm going to maintain what I said in the past. I think they deserve a point for each 2. So just for both of them, I'm going to give them 1 point. Alaska, Nebraska, I'm going to give her 2. I think that's fair. Spotlight Dance Spot just gets the 1. LT Smash, I'm going to give him 3. I think that's fair. Then we have Freddy and Shredder. Just going to give them the 1 point for both of them. Leon Kapowski, I'm going to give him 4. Alcatraz, I'll just give 2. Bleeding Gums Murphy, I've said it in the past. Why I'm not a huge fan of. I'm going to give him 3 points, but I wasn't a huge fan of how they included him because he was a bit chucked in, is all. And he didn't really fit with the other sort of free music themes because he was jazz. And then Rachel Jordan, I'm just going to give her 2. Then we have Skins, Rappin' Bar. I think that's a solid 1, 2, 3. Manager Cletus, I think I'll just give a 0.2. Rockin' Otto, screw it, I'll just give 1. I'll be nice. And that basically means that 10, 15, 20, 25. 29. Oh, God. Okay. So, the character point goes to Homerpalooza. There you go. I didn't even expect that. I thought Tapo was winning. Oh, okay. I think it was fair enough for my points. Maybe I could have given 1 less point to Alaska, Nebraska, but even if I take a point away from Alaska, Nebraska and take a point away from Rockin' Otto, that ties, I guess. Do you know what? Screw it. We're going with it. Alright, well, I guess Homerpalooza won. I thought Tapball was winning that one, I'm not going to lie, but when I counted the tally up, there you go. So, oops. Okay. Sure. I think that's fair. I think Homerpalooza does have a great selection of characters. Some of them are a bit crappy, but I will admit that. But then Tapball, as well as cool as a lot of the costumes are, some of them, I'm not even gonna like argue, right? Both of them have really good characters and costumes. You can't deny it. Okay, they both have just really good characters and costumes. So I think that's makes it interesting. I didn't expect that one. Is all I'm gonna say. Then we move on to buildings. So buildings, we're doing 2 or 1 point or 0 points, and then in terms of that, yeah. So let's start off with tap ball. So starting off with the stadium entrance and the grass field. Don't give these ones points, obviously, because I don't really believe they should be buildings. I've heard the argument for the stadium skins, so I'll give 1 point for the stadium entrance and the stadium entrance skins. Just the one, but the grass field gets nothing. Sporticus, I'm going to give that one 2. I think it's a really awesome building. It's quite lively looking. I like that one. Ally McBalls, I'll just give the 1.2. The Simpsons laser tag, just the 1.2. Basketball stadium, it's a little clunky, but I'll give it a point. Springfield Arms, gonna give that one 2. I like that one a lot. The Gridiron, I'm gonna give that just the 1. It's a little awkward. And the Tester Zone, I've talked about that one in the past. I find it's a little awkward. So that's 10 points then for Tapball. Moving on, we have the Rock Stage. Not gonna give a point to. Sorry, Homerpalooza. Rock Stage. Not gonna give a point to that one, obviously. Quickie Merch. I'll give it 1. The Sunglazer Studio, just give the 1.2. The pop stage, the hip hop stage, they get no points. All Sales Vinyl, just going to give the 1.2. Jazzy Good Times, I got to give that one 2 points. Snub Club, I'll just give it the 1. Quitters, that gets 1. Gold Records on the Wall Studio, just the 1. Classified Records gets a point as well. New Bedlam Rest Home, find it a little awkward. I'll leave it. I won't give that one a point. Alcatraz's Mansion is cool though. Jazz Hole, 2. That one gets 2 points. Solomon's Temple gets a point, and Rockin' Art gets 2 points. Okay. What can I say? Homerpalooza's won. Damn. I'm like, oh, I wanted Tapball to win, man. Wow. I'm at a loss for words. I'm not gonna lie. Like I generally went into this thinking Tapball was gonna win. I swear on my life, I generally did. And I was surprised. In terms of animations, in terms of decorations, I would have given the point to Tapball. But it doesn't matter. Alright, well, we'll just carry on. Well, so that is it for Tapball. Tapball has gone a long ass way. It started in the very, very first episode where it beat The Invasion Before Christmas. Then it beat Abe's in Toyland. Then it beat Treehouse of Horror XXIII. Then it beat A Simpsons Christmas Special. But it was finally knocked out by Homerpalooza. Somehow. I don't know. I feel kind of like, because Tapball's just, like, I'm not gonna lie, Tapball's just gone against shit. like all these updates are so awful in comparison. Homerpalooza was like the best, like, the first thing to put up a proper fight. And Tapball losing just feels so underwhelming. I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a little, like, sad about that. I think I'm even more sad about this than I was the superheroes one. But hell, do you know what? Even I get surprised at this, so there you go. That's just the point system. The main reason why I make it this way, by the way, the main reason why I've structured it in such a weird way, is because I like to be surprised as well, you know? I don't want to, like, write a script and just, like, know what's going to win. I'd rather do it this way, where we just look at everything, and just off the top of my head I give a point, and then that's the thing that goes, look, if I did this on another day, would Tapball may have won? It's possible. It's all for fun. And these aren't actually my, like, top 10 updates, right? So I don't think Homerpalooza is better than Tapball personally. I think Tapball is way above Homerpalooza. But the way that this has gone, that's how it goes. So let's just roll with it. So tune in next week where we will be doing Secret Agents versus Destination Springfield. It'll be interesting to see which one of those makes it out. I kind of want Destination Springfield to make it, but it's probably not going to go that way. So, there you have it. I hope you have enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts. I know people are going to be mad. Whatever. Let's go. See you next video. Goodbye. This is just an inserted afterthought because I'm worried people might bring this up. So I just want to address it right here, right now. Okay? If I did the old way of doing it and got rid of the whole... So I just did structure and theme, characters, buildings, decorations, and then overall field point. And I really kind of wish I did that now, just to clear the air. I would have given structure and theme straight up to Homerpalooza. The main reason why I would have given structure and theme to Homerpalooza, they're about on par, okay? The only reason why I would have given structure and theme to Homerpalooza is this. Homerpalooza splits up their acts by like a sub-theme, or a sub-genre, if you will. So obviously music is the theme, but then in Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, they split it all up. Tap Ball doesn't do this. I fucking love Tap Ball, okay? I adore that update. But it can't be denied. It just throws a bunch of sporting shit in the prize track, and it just throws it all together. I love that update, okay? But there's a lot more sort of organization in Homerpalooza. So that point would have just gone to Homerpalooza. I couldn't give it to Tap Ball. There's no way I can do that and sleep at night, okay? So I would have had to give him that point to it. Characters, you saw what happened. It went to Homerpalooza. I don't know what happened there. It happened. Buildings also went to Homerpalooza. I don't know what happened there. I think building-wise, I feel like, yeah, Homerpalooza was going to always win that one. And then in terms of like overall field point and decorations, that would have gone to Tap Ball, but it still would have left Homerpalooza with 3 points and Tap Ball with 2 points. So even if I went with the old system, it was going to work out the same. I would have given the overall field point to Tap Ball. I'm not going to lie. It would have just prolonged the inevitable though. Tap Ball was going to lose no matter what. So there you have it. Just thought I would spiel that out to you, because whatever happened, it was going to happen this way. Homerpalooza just won structure and theme, buildings and characters apparently. It's just apparently better. So there you have it. Whatever.